Before we are starting to explain liability for delay, I have questions. What the meaning of delay? Verb of delay, make, late or slow, like example, the train was delayed. When we talk about delay, noun, a period of time by which something too late. Or another meaning, delay, it means someone or something means to make them late or to slow them down. Can you delay him to some way? This is a meaning of delay. Definition of delay according Chicago Convention and Montreal. Chicago Convention and Montreal explain the causes of delay. So, Montreal Convention put it explain and provides some cases of exoneration from liability. Exoneration, it means no liability of air carrier if happen any delay the goods or passengers. Finally, talking the action of for a liability. Definition of liability for delay. According Article 19 of Warsaw Montreal Convention states, the carrier is liable for damage occasioned by delay and the carrier by the air of passengers, package or cargo. This is the broad definition. If happen any delay by the air of passenger, package or cargo, in this is case full liability of air carrier. Conventions. 1999, add a new paragraph or add Article 19 or add second sentence of Article 19 refers to the proof of exoneration by the carrier. This is the second sentence talking about there isn't any liable for the air carrier. If this is carrier or this is person, take all measures or reasonable care or requirement to make delay. Or another word, nevertheless, the carrier shall not be liable for damage occasioned by delay of its proofs that if the servant and the agent took all measures that couldn't reasonably be required to avoid the damage or that it was impossible for it or them to take such measures. This is means exoneration. Exoneration, there isn't exoneration, it means there isn't any liable if happen damage of or delay the package or passengers, the same meaning, no liability. And Warsaw, no difference between if happen any damage of passengers, package and goods or delay, the same meaning, the same liability of the air carrier. The liability of the carrier for delay is the same as for bodily injuries to passengers and for the loss or damage of package and goods. No difference. The air liability, if happen any damage or delay, it should to give it to make compensation or to give it the bodily injuries or any persons have injuries or delay the same compensations. However, the International Air Transport Association IATA formed of airlines companies issue regulations concerning delay, and also international air transport put it regulation if happen any delay or damage the same damage, yes, put it all regulations and the laws if happen this is damage or delay. Causes of delay. Sometimes happen if there isn't any space on board of the aircraft or the air carrier put it the baggage or luggage or goods to another aircraft or failure to offload package and goods. Require documents for regular delivery, delay of customs, clearness when they are placed. If happen any delay, we are talking the result. Lose or damage of the goods sometimes, or extra costs of receiving the goods, and extra or point C, lose of profit due to late delivery of the goods sold earlier. Lose of profit due, this is a case happened at 1990, talking about merchant to send flowers from Peru to France, and the merchant delayed to send the flowers in the same time. The court to have rewards, it should the merchant to give it another merchant at France compensation because this is delay. Conventions put it causes of air liability if happen any delay. Now, second sentence of Montreal 1999 put it cases of exoneration. Again, exoneration, it means the air liability haven't any liability of delay. If air carrier have all measures and all reasonable cares to not delay. Conventions put it or make or explain or provides the carrier is not liable in three cases. One, if the carrier proves that damage is not due to his negligence, or if the air carrier proves that the negligence of the injured person caused the damage. Third, exoneration, if the air carrier proves that the damage was occasioned by nautical fault. Nautical fault D related to the maritime law. Cases number one related to exoneration of the air carrier, the damage is not caused by the air carrier negligence. In this case, carrier is not liable. According to Warsaw Convention, if he proves how to present air carrier also employees and agent to air carrier to present all how to take all measures, reasonable care, and it was impossible for him or for his employees to talk how to take these such measures. Number E, if the air carrier proves that he took all measures, like when the cause of the accident can't be tracked, when the carrier can't to follow which step to happen the accident. Also, the carrier can't prove that he has taken all measures and he is consequently liable for damage. B, the case of exoneration of the air carrier when the cause of the accident can't be tracked, can present evidence that all necessary measures have been taken to avoid damage. C, the air carrier shall not be liable if he proves that the aircraft had a certificate of airworthiness. Also, the air carrier have exoneration if to present certificate of airworthiness and also aircraft qualified to fly out to fly. Also, in all crew and captain have certificate to fly and certificate have taken off well equipped with well qualified personnel on board and after having acclimated themselves. This is all measures. Also, all qualified certificate of registration and certificate of airworthiness. All this is certificate if the air carrier to proves this is documents, there is no any liable if happen any delay. Point D, also talking about exoneration of air carrier. If the carrier proves that it was impossible for him or his employees to take any measures mentioned above. But this is also cases of exoneration of air carrier. Second case of exoneration air carrier if the damage caused by injured person negligence. In this case, the air carrier will be exonerated from liability if the air carrier proves the damage was caused by the passengers and also injured caused by negligence, the carrier shall be wholly exonerated. When negligence of if happen any injured person negligence, like for example, if this is person going to the airport wishing to say farewell to his family or to goodbye or a nice trip or happy trip. In this case, and ignoring too fast fasten seat belt sign failing to notice that. In this case, badly injured for this person is not entitled to invoke the carrier liability. Is caused by the injured person's negligence, also the same happen or the same no liability or exonerated by the air carrier if happen in the cargo. Where and how? If the sources of damage is a deficiency is packing the goods prior to their carriage. Okay, there is mistake when to making packing the goods, and also in case the carrier failed to take the necessary measures, if the consignor don't tell the air carrier everything about the goods, or another words, if happen any absence in sufficiency or inaccuracy of the indication statement, or another words, if the consignor don't tell everything about the goods to the air carrier, in this case the carrier shall not be liable for the damage sustained. Common negligence of the air carrier and injured person. Sometimes happen bodily injuries from a change in the operation of the aircraft. These cases not performed in the usual and prudent manner, causing damage to the passenger who ignored fasten seat belt sign. A change in the operation of the aircraft result the passenger who ignored the fasten seat belt and happen damage. In this case, negligence of the injured person contribute to the damage caused by the air carrier. Also, not liability of the air. The limited liability of the air carrier. يبقى first lecture we are talking liability if happen delay, and also Montreal and Warsaw Convention talking about cases of exoneration of the air carrier. Now we are talking limited liability if happen any damage or delay. In the past of Warsaw Conventions considered that the carrier liability was presumed in the case of bodily injury or lose or damage or delay. Sometimes Warsaw Conventions it change this is rules and to put it another rules talking about the cases of unlimited liability of the air carrier if happen or in the absence of the document of the carriage. Second, cases of unlimited liability of the air carrier if the damage is caused by the carrier willful misconduct. يبقى 2 points or 2 conditions unlimited liability. Unlimited liability of air carrier as regard the absence of the document of carriage. When we talk about the obligation of the air carrier, it should to give it the consignor or the passengers a ticket and package a check and the air weapon. It concerns the carriage of a person by air. It should to give it a ticket. Its issue or when it gets lost or when it contains accuracy, the contract of carriage stands, but the Warsaw Convention remains applicable. Air carrier unlimited of the liability when received the package check. This is document is issued for the transportation of package other than the personal effect. Airwayable, very important document to take contain all information about the goods, الفوليوم, contain, size, quality, origin of the certificate like that. This is an airwayable to give it from consumer to the carrier. يبقى the first copy contains the mention of the carrier and must be signed by consumer. And the carrier to give it the airwayable to consignee. Second copy for consignee. Consignee received this is airwayable for the last destination or the last terminal. Third copy is signed by the carrier and delivered to consignor to the consignee. Liability of the carrier is unlimited if no airwayable has been issued or if doesn't contain all information. Unlimited liability of air carrier if the air carrier willful misconduct or bad faith or knowledge or don't take any measures, any reasonable care to protect the goods. And on another side, bad faith or mass misconduct. The damage, if the damage resulted from an act or omission of the carrier or his servant or his employees or agent, done with intent to cause damage recklessly, with knowledge and awareness that damage would be properly result. For liability. Warsaw Conventions provides which persons to claim for compensations. Number one, any persons lose life or injure, or passengers badly injures, only the injured person is titled invoke, damage of package, or damage, or if happen and you lose the profit if delay. Provides, according Article 28 of Warsaw Conventions, which court jurisdiction if happen any damage or lose or liability of air carrier. Article 28 provides place of business or jurisdiction at place of destination. The court of the carrier branch or establishment through which the contract has been made, like travel agency or branch of carrier company. Thank you very much. See you later of revision. Goodbye.